We have finished the portion of periodic 1. We'll continue with the fresh portion till term it will be covered, term 1 it will be covered, and I am beginning with unit 4 of the main reader. Each unit comprises of 1 prose and 1 poetry. I begin with the prose. The chapter's name is Bipin Chaudhary's Lapse of Memory. Now this entire story, this entire event or story, whatever I can term it as, has got a twist and tail at the end. So I will not spoil the twist for you, but definitely I'll give you a gist of it. What is the meaning of lapse of memory? Lapse of memory means you forget totally a part of your memory, what had happened in your life. Totally forget about it. Now, when can these things happen? When can you lose your memory? Either you meet with an accident or something hits on your head very hard, or because of some disease you were suffering, then you might have a lapse of memory. But if I say nothing of this sort happened, and only when you have lapse of memory, a big chunk of your memory you lose. But if I say only and only one incident you forgot, totally in your life, one incident, is it possible? Only one incident. Everybody else knows that you were part of that memory, you were part of that event, and only you don't remember. Then is when you just start questioning your mind, am I losing it? Am I going mad? So let's see what happens in the story. So as I said, I will not spoil your ending. Do you have a good memory? Has your memory ever played any tricks on you? Forgetfulness often puts you in a tight spot. But forgetting a part of your life completely may drive you crazy. In this story, Bipin Babu goes nearly crazy because he cannot recollect his stay at Ranchi. He has never been to Ranchi. He insists, though there are many witnesses to the contrary. What is the suspense all about? So he has forgotten his visit to a place called Ranchi. Everybody else remembers that he's been to Ranchi except for the person himself who had visited that place. Why does it happen? Let's see. Every Monday on his way back from work, Bipin Chaudhary would drop in at Kalicharan's in New Market to buy books. So this guy was an avid reader. He was very fond of books. Crime stories, ghost stories and thrillers. He had to buy at least 5 at a time to last him through the week. So in a week this guy used to read 5 novels. He lived alone, was not a good mixer, had few friends and didn't like spending time in idle chat. Now certain people don't socialize much. They don't like that social groups chat. So this one was away from the social groups. He had a few friends with whom also he did not want to get involved in idle chat, gossiping about something. Today at Kalicharan's, Bipin Babu had the feeling that someone was observing him from close quarters. He turned round and found himself looking at a round-faced, meek-looking man who now broke into a smile. One very quiet, humble person was staring at him from a distance. And this person, Bipin Babu knew that this guy is looking at him. So he was a little bit hassled by it, but he did not know the reason as to why is this happening. I don't suppose you recognize me. When the man smiled at him, he asked Bipin Babu, I don't suppose that you recognize. Have we met before? Bipin asked him. The man looked greatly surprised. We met every day for a whole week. I arranged for a car to take you to Hudru Falls, that's the name of a waterfall, in 1958 in Ranchi. My name is Parimal Ghosh. Now this guy introduces himself that I am Parimal Ghosh and you had seen my face for an entire week. I had booked a car for you. For what reason? To visit the Hudru Falls in 1958 you had come to Ranchi. Now as soon as he says this, Bipin Babu is so fond of books and has really got a good memory, can't recall that he has been to Ranchi. Now Bipin Babu realized that it was not he but this man who was making a mistake. Bipin Babu had never been to Ranchi. He had been at the point of going several times but never made it. He had made several plans to go over there, but in accordance to his memory, he has never been to this place. He smiled and said, "Do you know who I am?" The man raised his eyebrows, but his tongue said, "Do I know you? Who doesn't know Bipin Chaudhary?" So he, like the man is like, how is he reacting? Man is equally confused. How is Bipin Babu reacting? So he's raising his eyebrows and saying, "You asking me, do you know me? Do I know you?" He's like, who doesn't know you? Bipin Babu now turned towards the bookshelves and said, "Still you are making a mistake. One often does. I have never been to Ranchi." The man now laughed aloud. "What are you saying, Mr. Chaudhary? You had a fall in Hudru and cut your right knee. I brought you iodine. I had fixed up a car for you to go to Netherhat the next day, but you couldn't go because of the pain in the knee." Now the detailing of the incident starts. He says you had gone to Hudru Fall, you fell over there, you had a cut on your knee. I had rented a car out for you to go to the next place also the next day, but because of the pain you could not go. And this guy knows his name also. Any random person in the crowd coming and calling out your name, even you would look at him and say, "Do you know me?" And if you don't recognize who he is, then a question keeps ringing in your mind, "Boss kaun tha? Who was he?" Can't you recall anything? Someone else you know was also in Ranchi at that time, Mr. Dinesh Mukherjee. So he names a friend of also him, associate of him, that he was also at that time in Ranchi. You stayed in a bungalow. You said you didn't like hotel food and would prefer to have your meals cooked by a bawarchi. Bawarchi is a cook. Mr. Mukherjee stayed with his sister. You had a big argument about the moon landing, remember? Now this guy knows that he had an argument also, where he stayed also, with whom he stayed also. On what topics did he have an argument also, this guy is stating. Remember, I will tell you more. You always carried a bag with you, with your books in it, on your sightseeing trips. Am I right or not? Now this was too much of information for the man to handle. Bipin Babu spoke quietly, his eyes still on the books. Which month in 58 are you talking about? The man said October. No sir, said Bipin Babu. I spent puja in 58 with a friend in Kanpur. Puja is like, this guy is a Bengali, okay? He's a bomb. So this person, like for Bengalis, Dashera Puja is a very, very, very big event. Okay, so he remembers that he had spent that particular month with his friend in Kanpur celebrating the Durga Puja. You are making a mistake. Good day. So he wishes him good day, that you go, that you're making a mistake. But the man didn't go, nor did he stop talking. Very strange. One evening I had tea with you in a veranda of your bungalow. You spoke about your family. You said you had no children and that you had lost your wife 10 years ago. Your only brother had died insane, which is why you didn't want to visit the mental hospital in Ranchi. Now he digs into more information. He's got personal information of the guy also now. That his wife had died 10 years ago. His brother had gone insane, means mad. That's why he didn't want to go and visit the mental hospital in Ranchi. Who would have such a lot of information? A stranger on the road wouldn't have. That means this guy was not a stranger. When Bipin Babu had paid for the books and was leaving the shop, the man still looking at him in utter belief. The man was equally amazed. how does this guy not recognize me when he had spent so many days with me, had spoken such a lot about his family, we had become so friendly. Bipin Babu's car was safely parked in Bedrown Street by the Lighthouse Cinema. He told the driver as he got into the car, just drive by the Ganga, will you, Sitaram? So he wants him to drive by the river Ganga. Driving up the Strand Road, Bipin Babu regretted having paid so much attention to the intruder. Intruder is a person who intervenes, who comes and disturbs you for without he not being invited at all. Okay, he was not called by that person, by Bipin Babu. He came on his own. He had been to Ranchi, no question about it. It was inconceivable that he should forget about such an incident which took place only 6 or 7 years ago. Okay, it's difficult to conceive the fact, it's difficult to accept the fact that only 6 to 7 years ago, whatever has happened, how can I forget such a thing? And that too, only one event, that too a big event. I must have taken a train, gone, visited the place, come back, and I'm happily forgotten about it. So he is not able to get over it. He had an excellent memory, unless Bipin Babu's head reeled. Now that guy had so much of information about this man, even Bipin Babu had self-doubts now. Now he let me see what he's saying is correct or not. He thought, let's introspect. Was he losing his mind? Now there were different thoughts which were coming to his mind. But how could that be? He was working daily in his office. It was a big firm and he was doing a responsible job. He wasn't aware of anything ever going seriously wrong. Only today he spoke for half an hour at an important meeting. And yet, so he now his self-doubt started. He is like, I am normal. I don't have any ailment. I'm working very nicely. I'm doing all my jobs and I'm working very nicely for such a big firm. And since so many years I've been continuously doing my job. I didn't have any major problem. What's happening? And yet the man knew a great deal about him. How? He even seemed to know some intimate details. Now, anybody randomly on the road, you would not tell your life story to. What happened in your life? How did your brother, what was the reason of your brother suffering and all? This much in detail. So he how can that stranger know? The bag of books, wife's death, brother's insanity. The only mistake was about his having gone to Ranchi. Everything what he said was correct, but he didn't go to Ranchi. That was the only mistake what Bipin Babu is thinking to be. Not a mistake, a deliberate lie. He thinks purposely he is lying to him. In 58, during the pujas, he was in Kanpur at his friend's Haridas Bagchi's place. So he knows that he was at his place, that is the person's name. All Bipin Babu had to do was to write to. No, there was no way of writing to Haridas. Now why can't he write to Haridas? Bipin Babu suddenly remembered that Haridas had left with his wife for Japan some weeks ago and he didn't have his address. Now if he has to confirm that whether he was there with him or not, he doesn't know the address and this guy has gone to Japan. But where was the need for proof? Now again a doubt comes to him. Why am I trying to prove that I am not wrong? He himself was fully aware that he hadn't been to Ranchi. And that was that. Then he says, I haven't been, so I haven't been. Why am I trying to prove the fact that I haven't been to Ranchi? The river breeze was bracing. And yet a slight discomfort lingered in Bipin Babu's mind. Now bracing means when you move, when you're sitting by the side of a river, the fresh breeze actually refreshes your mood. Though it was very stimulating, it was very refreshing, still some kind of a thought was triggering in his mind, was disturbing in his mind. Around Hastings, that's a place, Bipin Babu decided to roll up his trousers and take a look at his right knee. What had that guy told? That you had cut your right knee because you had a fall in the Budru Falls. There was the mark of an old inch long cut. As soon as he pulled up one right knee's trouser up, part of the trouser up, he noticed that there was a cut mark, a wound mark of at least 1 inch on his right knee. It was impossible to tell when the injury had occurred. Now, he has a proof also that what that man was saying, he has one proof on his body. He doesn't remember anything about that wound as to how did he get that wound, where had he fallen, how did he cut his knee and bruised himself or wounded himself. But it creates a very big doubt in his mind. I will explain the rest of the chapter in the next lecture. Thank you.